You don't have to do 30 minutes. Do you know what? Just start off with 60 seconds. I hope you enjoy this video to learn a little bit more about the life of living with bipolar. Don't forget to subscribe. I also share some inspiring tips on how to look after your own mental health. The acceptance is when I'm not feeling well and I'm ill with the symptoms of bipolar, there is absolutely nothing I can do about it. But at the time, it's difficult to accept that, because when my bipolar is at the worst, it is exhausting. It's emotionally exhausting. People wonder why I don't complain about the cold and I don't complain about the summer. And the best way I can tell you that and how my bipolar affects me is I have 4 seasons in one day. If you can imagine the summertime, everybody's feeling good. That's when I might be feeling great, my mood is okay. And then, almost in a split second or an hour, my mood can automatically change. Without me even knowing, I can become so sad. I'm talking about sadness like you're at a funeral sad and somebody close to you, family or friend, has died. I will feel so sad and I've got no idea why. Sometimes I can feel sad and don't even know the description is sad because I just feel so miserable. And yes, I'll feel tearful and I'll cry, feel irritated and frustration, and I don't even know why. But as I'm walking here, doing my weekly A and G walk, it's acceptance that that's my condition. Then afterwards, I feel sad. I kid you not, and sometimes I wish it was a movie. The next maybe 2 hours might pass. Then I feel completely happy. I'm laughing, smiling, having a great laugh, and I feel great. Then a few hours later, the autumn comes. Then again, I feel sad, terrible. Then a few hours later, winter comes. And sometimes I can feel even worse, that I just want to stay in bed, curl up, watch the walls, daze, lose my concentration, lose my memory, and I'm absolutely miserable. And this can happen all in one day. So I started with the summer, the autumn, the winter and the spring all in one day. So one of my famous quotes is, bipolar is like 4 seasons in one day. So during that time, my mood has gone up, down, up, down, up, down, all in one day. And I feel completely exhausted. I'm so tired, confused, frustrated, angry of the way I feel. And there's nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because that's the illness. And logically, you must be saying to yourself, Isn't she on medication? Doesn't the medication help? And the answer to that is, yes, I am on medication. I've been on medication for 13 years, and actually more than 13 years. When I started to develop a mental health condition when I was a teenager, since the age of 18, 19. So doing the maths, that's about 23 years. Oh my gosh. I've actually just publicly announced my age. So medication is not 100% a solution to any mental health condition or any mental health diagnosis. You have to find other ways to positively and creatively distract your mind, have other solutions, such as this A&G walk that I do weekly, acceptance and gratitude. So I encourage you to find your positive solutions and increase your mental health fitness. It's very important. So technically right now I'm walking, but walking is also a great way of implementing mental health fitness. So we've actually just passed half of the park, which means I'm now about to enter gratitude. And if many of you know me, one of the things I'm a big advocate about is balance and positivity. Despite being diagnosed with a mental illness, I'm actually very positive. The only time the positivity is difficult is when I'm experiencing the symptoms of bipolar. That's when it's a bit hard because your brain is not even functioning. But in environments like this, when I'm not experiencing the 4 seasons a day, I actually am very positive. So this is the part I like. Acknowledging and talking about gratitude in my life. And I love this part because it dilutes the emotional feelings that I need to go through of acceptance. So starting with the gratitude. Okay, I'm diagnosed with bipolar mental illness. Can I control that? No, I can't. Can I control the positive aspects of it? Yes, I can. Can I multiply the positive aspects of that? Yes, I can. Being bipolar has given me the gift of creativity. And during the years, I used to take that for granted. There were so many things I had the skills for, and I didn't appreciate it. I just thought everybody was like this. I just thought everybody had skills to do all these different things that I'm able to do through my creativity. Point in case, I'm being creative, recording my A&G walk. And then when I get home, I'll do some editing. I'll do some great podcast production, video production. And I'll actually make it into a short film, upload it onto YouTube, and then I'll actually make a podcast out of it. Now that's being creative and having a skill set. And my bipolar has allowed me to do that. Because one of the gifts of my bipolar is not only does it make me creative, it gives me the art of focus. So if I learn something new, such as this, it's actually quite fun because creatively I learn the skill really fast, abundantly fast. And it's a magical feeling that I've actually done this on my own with the power of focus. Because people who have got bipolar, we've actually got some aspects of ADD. And I'm not going to go into that, what that means. You guys can look it up. ADD has so many different perception, and it's not always a bad thing. So, yeah, I can be so ADD when I'm learning or being creative. So for some of you that don't know, yes, I'm also a podcaster. You can go to my podcast channel, Think Tenacity, and it's all about creativity. I have a great way, and this is gratitude, to turn my bipolar from stress to success. And this is the successful part. That I feel privileged that in a nice, fun way, look at this beautiful part. Forget the construction. Looks like they're doing building a park or something. But look at the beautiful view. Just have a look at this. Forget the construction, right? I can make bipolar turn into something so beautiful as this, a glorious walk in the park. So I encourage you to do your own acceptance and gratitude walk. Now, because I'm so creative, I called it A&G, because that's another thing I'm quite creative about, and this is me giving gratitude. I'm all about branding. I'm all about creativity. So you don't have to give it any magical word. You can call it what you want. So I encourage you to implement and develop your mental fitness, whether or not you have a mental illness or not. This is just as important as going to the gym and working out. Mental fitness is just as important as nutrition. Mental fitness is just important as drinking loads of water. So I encourage you, do what you can. I've been recording for quite a while now. You don't have to do 30 minutes. Do you know what? Just start off with 60 seconds. That's how I started out. Nobody's watching you. This isn't a test. This is an exam. This isn't about getting qualified for anything. This is your time. So you start off doing your 60 seconds or however much you want to start off with. And believe me, that part that I love about my bipolar mental illness condition, there is always a positive. There is always that pot of gold at the end of the tunnel.